සතියේ දිනවල සවස 6ට. TV1 TV for life.
A very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on TV1. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Dithmini De Silva. Let's take a look at your headlines.
Sri Lankans mark the first poya of the year, Durutu full moon poya. Hanwella murder suspect killed in police fire. Strong objection towards proposed electricity tariff hike.
මේ අවස්ථාවේදී විදුලි බිල වැඩි කරන්න යන්නේ සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම නීති විරෝධී විදියට.
Coal shipment reaches Sri Lanka. Norochole to operate at full capacity from Sunday. First shipment of imported eggs to reach Sri Lanka next week.
The program to collect 6.9 million public signatures against the proposed electricity tariff hike took place in Pillava, Burlaskamua.
The signature campaign was launched by the Electricity Users Association and it took place for the 6th day. They demand the government immediately to withdraw the proposal that aims to increase the electricity tariff in an unjust manner.
The Independent Lawyers Association says the proposal to increase the electricity tariffs is against the Sri Lanka Electricity Act of 2009 since there are no legitimate reasons to do so. They made these remarks during a media briefing held in Colombo.
Attempts are being made to increase the electricity tariffs illegally. What is the fundamental way of increasing prices of any good? It is to fulfill the production cost. According to the Sri Lanka Electricity Act 2009, it has been clearly mentioned that the tariffs can be increased only to fulfill the cost in a reasonable manner. So the tariffs were increased in August based on this concept. Now again, after 4 months, are there legitimate reasons to increase it again? The Electricity Board has not provided any reasons. Not only that, after the tariffs were increased in August, the CB has made 1 billion rupees in profits.
The generator at the Norochole power plant that was shut down for maintenance will be reactivated on Sunday. The Ministry of Power and Energy says a shipment of 60,000 metric tons of coal arrived in Sri Lanka today.
The Ministry of Power and Energy said 5 more coal shipments will reach Sri Lanka in January. Payments have been made for 5 shipments of coal so far.
The Goa People's Council has criticized the tax policy of the government, terming it as unjust.
Due to the tax and economic policies of the government, the lower middle class, and the upper middle class have fallen below the poverty line, especially based on the tax policy that came into effect from January 1st. The professionals, mid-level businessmen, the government servants, bankers and private sector workers, and all the individuals in these groups earning an income of more than 100,000 rupees are all affected. This is a tax manipulation. If you look at the salaries of a judge and the tax they need to pay, for example, if an ordinary citizen is paying 370 rupees for a litre of petrol, a judge is paying more than 500 rupees for a litre of petrol based on this tax policy. They will take another part as tax because the fuel allowance provided to them. If you add this together, this is tax manipulation.
COPE has decided to file a complaint with the Speaker against Minister of Labour and Foreign Employment, Manusha Nanakara, for criticizing the powers of COPE and the Auditor General.
COPE committee විදියට අපි විගණකාධිපතිතුමාටත් එතුමාගේ කාර්ය මණ්ඩලයටත්
We regret the statement made by Minister Manusha Nanakara representing the executive regarding the Auditor General and his staff. During discussions, we decided to file a complaint with the Speaker regarding the matter and present the facts. We also raised objections with the President as the head of the Cabinet regarding the executive interfering with the duties of the legislature. The President also says the committee must be strengthened. On the 17th, we will call the Secretary to inquire into the progress and restate what was mentioned. We also decided that this incident sets a wrong precedent and undermines committee. We will also record our displeasure towards this and we will send it to the Cabinet of Ministers.
අපේ මිනිත් වල සහ ඒකේ ඇබ්ස්ට්‍රැක්ට් එකක් අපි අමාත්‍ය මණ්ඩලයට යවන්න තීන්දුව කරනවා.
Sri Lanka's Election Commission said that political parties and independent groups placed their bonds for 19 local government institutions in order to contest the local government elections.
An independent group placed their bonds for the Bandaravilla Urban Council on the first day of accepting bonds, which was the 4th of January 2023. An independent group also placed bonds for the Kandy district. The Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna placed bonds to contest for 17 local government bodies in the Kalutara district. The Election Commission noted that state property should not be used to promote or tarnish political parties, groups and candidates during the election period. A statement on the importance of the aforementioned matter bearing the Commissioner General of Election was sent to all ministry secretaries, department heads and other related state officials in charge of state property. The announcement further notes during the period of the elections, recruiting government servants, promotions and transfers will be limited. The announcement further notes that if anyone is found guilty by court for committing such offences, a 3-year jail term and a fine of 100,000 rupees will be imposed.
Today is Durutu Full Moon Poya Day. The significance of Durutu Full Moon Poya Day is that it marks Gautama Buddha's first visit to Sri Lanka. According to the ancient chronicles, the significance of Durutu Full Moon Poya Day is that it marks Gautama Buddha's first visit to Sri Lanka. It was on a day like today, 9 months after the Enlightenment, that Gautama Buddha set foot on Sri Lanka for the first time to solve a confrontation between the Yaksha and Naga tribes. The 24th Dhamma sermon, as part of the Sirisadham Dhamma sermon series, took place at the office of the opposition leader. The Dhamma sermon series is a concept of opposition leader Sajith Premadasa. The main sermon was delivered by Venerable Dr. Omalpe Sobithathero. The Sirasa TV special Poya Day broadcast is underway, centering the historic Mahiyangana sacred grounds. Devotees in large numbers visited the temple of the sacred tooth relic to obtain blessings on the first Poya of the year. Devotees also visited the sacred Sri Mahabodhi and the Ruanvali Mahasaya to obtain blessings. A 42-year-old man shot 7 members of his family before turning on himself in the US state of Utah after his wife filed for divorce. The family of 8 were found dead inside a rural home in Enoch City on Wednesday night during a welfare check at the property. Police said the victims included the man's wife, his 5 children and his mother-in-law. According to foreign media, city manager Rob Dodson said the town of about 8,000 people was in shock. A stream of sensational claims and accusations from Prince Harry's autobiography Spare have been leaked. Outlines grievances and bitterness in the royal family, such as the claim he and Prince William urged their father not to marry Camilla. According to foreign reports, one of the most striking claims from Harry was how he was physically attacked by his brother. Kensington Palace and Buckingham Palace have both said they will not comment. Further allegations from the book have been made public. The Republican leader of the House of Representatives, Kevin McCarthy, has failed in his latest bid to get elected Speaker in a paralysis of US government not seen since the pre-Civil War era. A cohort of right-wingers in his party derailed an 11th attempt to elect him on the third day of voting. Republicans took over the House in November's midterm elections, but the impasse has left the chamber unable to swear in members or pass bills. The House has adjourned until Friday. Not since 1860, when the United States Union was fraying over the issue of slavery, has the lower chamber of Congress voted so many times to pick a speaker. Back then, it took 44 rounds of ballots. A group of 20 hardline Republican lawmakers are refusing to give McCarthy the necessary 218 votes. Dasun Shanaka led from the front with a record half-century and 2 wickets in Sri Lanka's series-levelling 16-run win in the second 2020 international on Thursday. This was a big win for Sri Lanka against India after a period of 7 years. Sri Lanka displayed terrific hitting prowess to put up 206 for 6 in 20 overs. Dasun Shanaka scored 56 not out of just 22 balls, while Kusal Mendis made 52 of 31 balls. Sri Lanka captain Dasun Shanaka became the first to score over 50 runs at a run rate of 250 in a T20 innings against India, with his 56 runs in Sri Lanka's second T20 against India. Shanaka smashed a stunning total of 56 runs from 20 deliveries, breaking the previous records by cricket greats Mahela Jayawardene and Kumar Sangakkara to score the fastest 50 runs in T20 cricket for Sri Lanka. This is also the fastest 50 by the skipper in a T20 against India. The Indian pacers proved to be costly. Arshdeep Singh bowled 5 no-balls and gave away 37 runs in 2 overs, while Umran Malik gave 48 runs in 4 overs. He, however, took 3 wickets. Shivam Mavi gave away 53 runs in 4 overs. Chasing a huge target of 207, India fought on till the end, but ultimately Sri Lanka won by 16 runs to level the 3-match series 1-all. After a top-order collapse, Aksa Patel and Surya Kumar Yadav stitched a 91-run standoff, just 40 balls. Aksa also combined with Shivam Mavi to put up 41 runs off 22 balls. That's a wrap of the lunchtime news. Thank you for watching.